Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com, reporting on my trip to Zombieland. One of the casualties of COVID lockdown insanity has been frozen organic vegetables. The only place I've been able to find them is at Whole Foods Market, and the closest one to me is in Fort Collins, Colorado. So I took a trip down to Whole Foods Market in Fort Collins on Sunday night, and I was also celebrating a friend's birthday down there. Many of the people in that store looked like they were living through the worst pandemic in history, and they were certain that the only thing keeping them alive was a little piece of cloth over their face. The reality is that not a single person under the age of 45 has died in Larimer County from COVID-19. The people shopping in that store are more likely to die from falling off their bicycle than they are from this disease. Because of their social distancing rules, the checkout line literally wrapped halfway around the store. Anyway, I enjoyed the horrified look on people's faces when they saw my Trump-Pence 2020 mask. Then we went to an excellent but very depressing movie called A Call to Spy. There were only 4 people in the theater because people in Fort Collins are too scared to go to the movies. The story was centered around the German occupation of France during World War II. What was so frightening about the movie was the parallels to what's going on in the world today. The tyrannies, the big lies, the censorship, the overwhelming government control, people spying on their neighbors and reporting them to the government. When government relies on big lies to push their agenda, you can be pretty certain that their intentions for the people are not good. 9 News Australia reported that 4 newborns in Adelaide have died after being denied life-saving heart surgery because it wasn't available in Adelaide and they couldn't be transferred interstate because of travel restrictions. So I responded with, COVID has killed almost no infants around the world, but COVID lockdowns just killed 4. Somebody named John Daniel jumped into the thread and said, "You are replying to an extreme right-wing anti-masker and climate change denier." His argument was based entirely on hatred, stereotyping, and labels. And I responded with, "I'm also a Jew." During the 1930s, his response would have been, "You're replying to a Jew." Hate groups all use the same tactics. During the 1930s and 1940s, the people who were the target of the hatred were forced to wear little cloth stars. And I was forced to wear my mandatory little cloth mask. During the movie, I went out to the completely empty lobby to get some popcorn without a mask on, and the woman behind the counter yelled at me. So I put my Trump-Pence 2020 mask on, and then she was really upset. I just regret that I wasn't wearing my red Make America Great Again hat, which I wore to the Women's March on Washington at President Trump's inauguration in January 2017. I've never seen so much hatred in my life as I heard from that crowd screaming at me for supporting the President of the United States at his inauguration. The tactics being used by socialists now are scarcely different from what was occurring in Germany during the 1930s. Millions of Jews lost their lives in Germany because they failed to heed the warning signs which were everywhere in Germany during the 1930s. Toto is not ignoring the warning signs, however, and he's alerting as many people as he can. You can visit Toto and Kyrie on the web at realclimatescience.com.